A wonderful good evening to everyone. It's Pageant Land's Queen's Table again. And again, we've got an amazing special guest. Welcome the very lovely Larissa. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Enjoying the sunshine we've had the last few days. It's great,
It's
isn't it?
I know, it's so lovely. I keep forgetting I actually live in Britain. It's brilliant. But it's because I've booked a holiday. Every time I book a holiday, so I'm about to go away, we get a heat wave. So if I ever book a holiday, that's when you guys know that you're going to have nice weather here.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll be looking out when you go on holiday.
Yeah.
Be like, right, that's it. That's when to book a couple of days off work to have a bit
Yeah,
of sunshine and go to the beach. No, it is
exactly.
lovely, but it's those that's time of year we got to get the garden sorted and bits and pieces, isn't it? Get the barbecue out ready. I'm going to be positive. It's going to be a nice summer. So I've been watching what you've been up to, and over the last few years, you've just had such an incredible journey. But let's start off with the most wonderful achievement at the weekend on Sunday. Yes, the London Marathon. Please
Yeah.
tell us about that. That's what an achievement that is.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so on Sunday I ran my first ever marathon, the London Marathon. I've lived in London for a decade now, so to do it in my home city was unbelievable. And I actually ran the marathon with my husband. Well, we started together. He ran off and beat me, but it was one of the hottest marathons on record, and we both did it. Yeah, a little bit slower than we would have liked, but I think we played it safe with it being our first one and it being boiling. So it was amazing, and I'm on such a high from it. It was incredible.
So, how did you get on with prepping for it? Did that take a lot of preparation and a lot of training the last, I
Yeah.
don't know how many months, because I've never done a marathon. Tell me a little bit about the prep.
Yeah, so a year ago I went and watched my husband's uncle actually run the London Marathon, and he's in a running club. And I watched it and stupidly thought, oh, do you know what? I'd like to do that. And I entered the ballot, and I got a place, and it's a 2% chance of getting a spot. So I found out in June that I had the place, and I thought, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do? My husband didn't get a spot, but he applied through Cancer Research UK, and they gave him a charity space. So we both decided to fundraise for them and combine our efforts. To go from a non-runner, like I couldn't even run 1K from my house. I couldn't even, just didn't have the lungs, to running a marathon is insane. It just weirdly, I think pageants are a great way to prepare you. I think pageantry and athletics and all those things kind of all have very similar traits in terms of like you have to be determined, you have to be organized, you have to be disciplined. There's a lot of areas that kind of combined. So I think it actually really suited me. It was having like a very rigid routine every Sunday. I didn't do anything except my long run. I would do 2 little runs in the week. And I did get an injury. So last month, I was off with a suspected fracture in my leg. So I actually competed at Mrs. UK World thinking I had a fracture in my leg. So that was crazy. But luckily it wasn't. It's basically just a massive inflammation. So I was running with an injury on Sunday, but it actually was pretty okay. And I think the crowds, like there's just nothing better than London in that spring kind of weather, everyone coming together. I can't explain it. Like strangers shouting your name is just so emotional. It was just a brilliant experience, and I'm proof that anyone can do it because I couldn't run and I just ran a marathon.
Oh, it's such an amazing achievement, and well done from all of us at Pageant Land, because I've been following this journey and I'm like, wow. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, it was hot on Sunday. So
It was a hot one, definitely. They had
yeah.
like ice stations, and they had we went ran past a couple of fire stations, and they were hosing us down. It was brilliant. I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
so
me more water. Yeah, it's
yeah,
got to be
exactly.
done,
I was
isn't
like,
it?
ah.
Oh, and how lovely to do it with your husband, and what an achievement you've done together. That's really, really lovely. I mean, you are a woman of so many talents. I mean, you were, like I say, on the pageant stage the other week, and then you've been running a marathon.
Yeah.
I do think you're right that, you get the determination, you get the adrenaline, you get the discipline and everything, and it does cross over, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So let's talk about the other wonderful things you do, and let's
Yeah.
talk platforms, because,
Yeah.
you've got a lovely platform, Feminists in Heels, and tell me
Yeah.
about the other platforms that you have.
Yeah. So feminists in heels, I came up with. So I've always really been interested in politics since I was young. I actually took politics for a year at uni and swapped to do a journalism degree. But it was when I was working kind of in the corporate world, I was a bit younger. And I remember a very senior female figure at work proudly telling me that she wasn't a feminist. And I think that's totally fine. That's whatever you want. But feminism to me, and if you look it up, it is about equality for men and women. So I kind of came up with the concept of feminists in heels because I'm really proud of embracing my femininity, but I also want to be able to, have equal rights. And I don't think they should be, you can, like pink and wear heels and, do what you want to do, but also want better pay and to feel safer walking home at night. So I think those things can only really be achieved if we have more women in places of power. And nowhere is more powerful, in my opinion, than Parliament in the UK. So I have worked for a number of years to get more women passionate about politics. And that can be just voting for the first time, or it can be maybe actually looking at becoming an MP or a councillor yourself one day. The main thing I do is I help women in terms of help them understand how they can access their MPs, because I think it can be quite intimidating, is what I often hear is, oh, I don't know how to do that. But the number one thing to remember is that they work for you. You've given them the job, you've employed them by voting for them. So they represent you. And if they don't, that's when maybe you can look at maybe not voting for them or voting for someone else, or maybe you would potentially do a better job. So that's kind of the number one thing that I do is helping people understand that they have access to politicians. And it's not always easy. Like my own politician has been really hard to get hold of. So outside of Feminists in Heels, I'm also an ambassador for Cancer Research UK, and my role there is to lobby my MP to prioritise cancer care and what Cancer Research UK want to do in the country. And it's easier said than done, but when I get a win, it makes me feel really good, and it makes me know that I can help these other women achieve the wins that they want to do and lobby their MPs on the issues that they care for as well.
That's absolutely incredible. And what an amazing charity as well. They do so much. It's a wonderful, wonderful charity, one I actually support myself for many
Yeah.
reasons. And it, helps so many families. So well done to you. But I do love that you want to get more women into politics and
Yeah.
things like that, because a lot of them might not be into it, and it's good to just have that sort of opportunity to have a think. And what a wonderful platform that is. So we're going to move on to one of your other talents. Honestly, you're unstoppable, and you are a director
Yeah.
for Dorset GB.
I've got the sash here. So the sash and crown
Yeah.
arrived not that long ago. The crown actually arrived only a couple of days ago from America. She is a beauty. I was
Oh,
showing my girls it a couple of hours ago. I recorded a video for them to have a little look at it. They're all very excited.
and the finals taking place on August the 3rd in Bournemouth.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
fabulous. Great for me. It's near to me. Everyone here in the south is going to love this. It's lovely to have things in the south, because
Yeah.
we haven't had a lot of bits in the south for quite some time. So obviously you were the previous Miss Great Britain. So tell me a bit about why you wanted to become a sort of more local director.
Yeah. So when I found out that there was nobody having the Dorset license, I just knew I had to do it, because although I've competed since Great Britain myself, there's always, a part of my heart now that belongs with GB, because I had such an amazing experience with the system, and I got to, be a queen for a year with the fabulous Maddie and Gina. And that's actually how I met you, is we were judging together.
Yeah.
So, it just gives you so many opportunities. And I thought, I can't let my home county, it's where I'm from, so I'm a Dorset girly. It was my first ever title, was Miss Dorset. So I just knew that I couldn't let it go to someone else. So I applied to be a director, and Saffron and Matt, our national GB directors, gave me the chance. So I'm really excited. It's the first time there's been a competition in Dorset for a number of years. So really excited. The girls are phenomenal. So I've interviewed them all beforehand before they become finalists, and they are just the most extraordinary group of young women. I mean, yeah, I was not like them when I was 18 to 30. They are just outstanding in terms of, what they do for charity and their ambitions and their goals. So it's just truly been a pleasure. And It's kind of nice to be in my director era as well. It's lovely. I feel like I'm passing the baton.
That's amazing. I mean, like I say, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. You're going to make a fabulous director,
Thank
and
you.
really excited to see the girls. So, have you started
Yeah.
announcing them on the socials yet?
Yeah, so I think there's 9 announced. I've got a 10th to do shortly. She's just had a new photo shoot, so just waiting her lovely photo. But I think we'll have a few more to be announced as well. There's still applications coming in thick and fast, which is amazing. So we've had quite a bit of local press coverage. I think that's really helped in terms of people understanding that the competition's there and it's out there. I've had one of the contestants actually used to go to my old school. She was a lot younger than me. But you know, those local connections are starting to come out. So even though I haven't lived in Dorset for a long time, it still feels like it's my home as well. Like my mum still lives there. I've got family there. So it's kind of nice, and it's a great excuse to go down south and get fish and chips and sit
Yeah.
by the sea while also pretending to work really hard. No, I am working really hard. I think like literally every day I'm doing something for Dorset, so I'm absolutely loving working with the girls and helping them. We're just going through the rounds at the moment, and I've got a week off next week from work, so I'm going to plan out the opening round dance. Yeah, I've got the masterclass. The masterclass got booked as well last week, so planning that training day out with the girls, because all GB girlies get a masterclass as well. So I'm doing a mini one for mine.
Oh, that sounds absolutely incredible. And obviously, because you're a previous queen, it's fabulous because you know the system and everything
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, fish and chips is always a good idea in Bournemouth. I used to live there myself, and it's just so nice there, isn't it? It's
I
lovely.
know.
What a lovely, lovely place. Really looking forward to seeing all the girls and
Yeah.
coming and supporting that. So you
Thank
do
you.
other fundraising bits as well. So tell
Yeah.
me a bit more about the other fundraising stuff that you've been doing.
Yeah, so well, I think my main fundraiser has always, although Feminist in Heels obviously is like my number one platform, and there's a lot of amazing charities out there that support women getting into politics, who I also support. But I've been involved with cancer research now for 2 3 years. It's crazy how quickly it's gone, and it was because when I was doing Miss GB before I won, um, I learned that there was these ambassador roles, and I was told, well, you know, it's really about politics and it's also about charity work. And I thought, well, this is brilliant because this is really a piece of me, and I actually really enjoy talking to politicians now and getting to know them. They are people at the end of the day. So I applied for that role, and I've been doing that. That's where I lobby the politicians. That's as a campaigns ambassador. You can also fundraise for them as well. So my main fundraiser for cancer research has obviously been the London Marathon. So we've raised just shy of £5,000 for cancer research with me and my husband. So I roped him in. He actually he had cancer a decade ago, and he's all fit and healthy now. And I think the tagline for cancer research has recently changed. So it used to be we will beat cancer, and they've changed it to we are beating cancer, because more people now survive than ever before. And I just think that's such a, you hear all these stories and sometimes they can be so, you know, obviously not great outcomes, but I think that change has made me think like we're going to do it, and it just adds a real layer of positivity to what we do when we're fundraising.
Yeah, and that must be really, really lovely because it is hard, and so many families go through so much. But it is great if you do have those as well, isn't it? So that's really,
Yeah.
really good. Well, you have been absolutely incredible. I have got your social media scrolling across the bottom. So if anybody wants to see what you're up to, and how is there any for Miss Dorset GB? Is there any pages that people can follow for that?
Yes, so there's a Miss Dorset GB page. It's also linked on my page as well, so easy to find. It's the only one I post like every day, so you'll be able to find it really easily. So Miss Dorset Great
That's
Britain
fabulous. And if
is on
anyone gets
Instagram.
stuck,
Yeah,
yeah, if anyone gets
and
stuck, it's scrolling along the bottom, so that's good.
yeah, please apply as well, like if you're interested. So Dorset, we basically are the furthest on the southwest, until you get to Bristol basically. So you know, we are kind of encompassing that area. So if anyone is interested, just DM me, or yeah, because we're obviously South Coast girlies, so there might be a few people following us that are interested in entering. It's a great system.
Oh, that's great. Well, we're all going to support you from here at Pageantland, and we wish you
Thank
all the
you.
best with everything. And congratulations again on your medal doing London
Woo!
Marathon. Let's see it again because it's worth it. It's worth a clap. It's
It's
absolutely
It's
fantastic.
really weird. It's weird to hold a medal and not a crown. I'm just as
Yeah,
obsessed with it though. You know how everyone has the picture of themselves in the crown when they're asleep? I did
yeah.
it with the medal.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I need to have a look.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna have to. I know it's not the same, but to me, it feels just as special. So.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. What an achievement. I mean, I cannot run at all. And I like
I said
absolutely
this a year ago.
it. So,
Don't say it, because I said it and look what happened to me.
yeah. Now you'll see me signed up next year and I'll be like, ah! So, but it's the fact that there's such a low sort of percentage of people that get through as well. It's
2%.
obviously meant to be. It was meant to be for you.
It was
and
meant
your
to
husband.
be. Yeah, exactly. For us both to get in the first year that we applied together, and for us both to get places and finish. And we only finished half an hour apart, like, meant to be. Something was written up. Someone was telling us, probably we had 26 names on our backs of people that have been affected by cancer. And I think there was quite a few people there that were, looking at us thinking they can do it. It was lovely.
Oh, absolutely fabulous. Well, congratulations again on all your achievements from all of us here at Pageantland. And thank you for coming on and speaking to us this evening.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take care then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.